interview show. So for today's guest and very last guest of the week is this incredible actress known by the name of Kayli Brummer, who's in this incredible film called City of Salt, for people to definitely go check out. So I'm about to give Kayli an ad into the live now and have a chat with Kayli about her role as Shandra in City of Salt. So yeah, let's get Kayli in the live. Hi Kayli, how's it going?
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming on to my show, by the way, it really means a lot. Uh, to people that don't know who you are, if you can give a bit of backstory about who you are and what film you're in, that would be amazing, and then we can dive right into the questions.
Yeah, sounds awesome. So, for you guys who don't know, I am Kayli Brummer, and I've been acting for a few years now. You probably would know me from the film City of Salt, where I play the bully Chandra. I'm 16 years old, and yeah, I act. That's what I do.
Awesome. So we'll dive right into the question now. So for my very first question, as you mentioned, you're in this incredible film called City of Salt, and you play the role of Chandra. What was the whole experience like getting to play the role of Chandra in City of Salt, and what was the whole experience like for you?
Oh my gosh, getting to play Chandra was so much fun. She is a very complex character, and I remember when I got the script, I was like, how do I want to play this? Because she's a mean girl, but you can go about that so many different ways. And I remember reading the script, and I was like, she's a mean girl who has layers. She's mean for a reason because of what she is, and it was really awesome to be able to create these layers to her and to peel back everyone and say, oh, she behaves like this because of this. And it was very interesting because she's insecure about herself, so she brings others down to make her feel good, and she brings others down who feel good about themselves and who feel free to express themselves and who have different opinions about her, and so she brings them down because she doesn't like that. And I think it was a great role to play because I think there are so many people out there who have been bullied by a Chandra or who are a Chandra, and they don't know how to express and feel good about themselves other than bringing other people down. And so it was very humbling to play her and watch kind of the scenes and everything play out with like my other co-stars and stuff. It was just very fun and interesting to play that, and the experience was just amazing. It was very humbling, and just I feel so lucky to have gotten to play her.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. What was your favorite memorable moment or scene to shoot as the role of Chandra?
Ooh, it would have to be the bathroom scenes. So there's one scene where my character gets in a fight with the lead, Theo, and we're in the bathroom and we just start fighting, and I get like slung to the ground. And I think that was my favorite scene to film because we spent an hour and a half to 2 hours in this bathroom, and I'm just being dragged around on the ground, and she's on top of me and not letting me speak. And it was so fun because I had like a bunch of people behind me too, because when I get slammed to the ground, we had nothing, so everyone's like catching me on the ground. And it was just really fun because then they'd be like, all right, cut, like let's do it again. And it was all around just one of the funnest scenes to film for sure.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. Who did you mostly get along with on set of City of Salt?
Ooh, that is a hard question. I kind of got along with everyone on set. Alicia Farmer, who wrote and directed it, and John Farmer, who also directed it. They were just amazing at making this whole cast and crew just feel like one big family. And so you walked on the set every day, and you knew everyone, and they knew you, and it was just like, oh, hey, look, it's my best friends. Like I get to come to work and work with my best friends every day. And so they were amazing to work with, and especially the cast was amazing, and Lauren was amazing to work with because most of my scenes were with Lauren. And so it was really fun. We really got to be really good friends, and yeah.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. So with my very next question, what was the whole shooting schedule like while filming City of Salt?
The shooting schedule was really, really nice. Like I was only on set for a few days, and my schedule was the nicest thing. Alicia was very, very good at keeping everything organized and the call sheets, setting them out on time and following the call sheets. And so we kind of just was able to get everything knocked out, which was very nice. And so everything was just really organized. So my shooting schedule, like I didn't have these insane crazy hours. I would get there like around 9, and I would be done by like 6, 5 o'clock. So it was nice.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. So to people that haven't seen City of Salt yet, why do you recommend City of Salt for people to check out?
Oh, I recommend City of Salt because it deals with a lot of issues that are facing our communities today, and they're talked about and dealt with in such a real way so that people who don't really understand it can understand it more. But it's not dealt with in an overwhelming way. It's not coming at you. It's dealt with in a very well done way that makes you understand kind of what these other people are going through. And there's also this aspect of mystery in it, and so there's a little bit of something for everyone in it, and it was just beautifully executed and done.
Awesome. Well, I have to say, by the way, I watched City of Salt, and to people that haven't seen City of Salt, it's definitely something to check out. It's really incredible. You guys, the cast, have done such an incredible job
Oh,
with
thank
making this
you.
incredible film. So I just want to say you guys have done such an incredible job, and it's definitely something to check out to people that haven't seen City of Salt yet. So definitely check it out. Uh,
Oh, thank you. I'm glad
so
you
onto
liked
my
it.
very next, you're very welcome. So onto my very next question. So you're actually in this series coming out in 2021 called Day Zero. What can people expect to see from your character in Day Zero?
Ooh, so I play the character McKenna, and so this series is like a post-apocalyptic series, and that's set in the future. And I play McKenna, who has a very strange and crazy past, and she just kind of adds to this madness of this world that has just gone to hell. And she kind of feels like she's not needed exactly, but things aren't always, what they seem. And so she thinks she's not needed for everything, but she is involved in a lot of stuff. And I can't say too much because we haven't finished filming it yet. But yeah, I'm very excited, and it was written and directed really well by Cal Newland. So
Awesome. So on to my very next question. So you're actually in a 2022 film called The Witch of the Wonder Lane. Uh, what can people expect to see from that character in that film?
yeah, so as of right now, I'm an associate producer on it. And I'm very excited to kind of be on that side of things because I've had a little bit of experience with producing in the past, but not a lot. This is kind of my first like really big producing thing. And I'm very excited about it because it's a very interesting series. It's like a horror fantasy series. And so I'm very excited to be producing that and be a part of it. It was originally a movie, and now we're expanding it into a series. And so we're still in the process of casting it just because everything's being shifted and expanded. So we're really taking our time on casting. But I'm very excited to be a part of it in the producing aspect.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. So who inspired you as a person to get into acting and producing?
Ooh, I was a Disney kid. Like I was a Disney Channel kid. That was my stuff. And so I grew up watching Disney, and I remember watching it and being like, oh my God, I want to do this. Like I want to do that. And I loved Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez was like a huge person for me. I loved Wizards of Waverly Place and the movies like Princess Protection Program, and the way that she could just like she made everyone fall in love with her character. And I was like, that would be so cool if I could do that and make people feel that way about me. And so when I was younger, she was the huge one. And then when I really started getting into it, Robin Williams was a huge one for me. And I love him, and his talent will be missed. And, we all miss him every day. And he was just this incredible film actor. And I just really looked up to him in the aspect of he could do so many different genres. And he could make every one of his characters believable, and you would hang on to every word he said. And he was also just a great person, and he didn't let the fame he had get to him and make him conceited. He was still always very humble, and I think that he was a huge reason to get in because the way he could make an audience feel, I wanted to make an audience feel like that.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. So what have you learned about yourself as a person, especially during COVID?
Ooh. a lot. I have definitely learned a lot about myself. I think one of the huge things I've learned is that I can do anything if I put my mind to it, because before COVID and before I had I spent so much time with myself, I was like, am I lazy? Like, I don't really, want to do that. I don't know. But now I was like, okay, Kayli, like if you set your mind to something, like you got it, girl, like you can do it. And I think that's a huge thing. And I also kind of learned just what it meant to be a good friend and a good daughter, because it was a very strange time, and to surround yourself with good people who make you feel good about yourself. And I wanted to be that person for other people.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. So if you could be in any TV or movie franchise, what would it be and why?
Ooh, there are so many. I think like my top picks. I love Stranger Things, and I think that show would be very interesting to be a part of because it's such a cool and loved show. And you watch it and you just fall in love with every single one of these characters. And if you watch kind of the behind the scenes and everything, everyone just has so much fun. And I would love to do something like that, or something along the lines of like Vampire Diaries, Teen Wolf, Maze Runner genre. It's my
So
favorite
something
genre
like
to watch.
Legacies?
Yeah, and it's my favorite genre to act too, and so I think something like that, or if Michael Bay, the book series, was ever to be made into a movie, I would kill to be a part of that.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. So what are the positives and negatives into the acting industry, and how do you get through those negatives as a person?
Ooh, the positive. I mean, there are so many positives. A huge positive is you get to go to like work every day and love what you're doing. You don't ever like, oh, it's not ever like, man, I don't want to get up today. It's like, oh my gosh, I get to go up today and I get to go do this crazy intense scene that's like so fun. And you also get to meet so many people and create so many long lasting friendships, which I think is really cool. And you get to play pretend for a living. That's what you do as your like job or hobby, and that's really cool. But with that, there are like negatives. And I think one of the huge negatives is because you're kind of in the public eye in this industry, people are going to judge every little thing you do. People are always going to have an opinion about you. And to navigate through that, you just kind of have to remember, you know yourself better than anyone else does. You know who you are, and so you just can't let what they say define you.
Awesome. So on to my very last question. So what's installed for you for 2021, like project-wise or anything that's coming up that you can announce on the show?
Yeah, so in 2 weeks, I begin filming a horror short film called Midnight Knocking. It's written and directed by the amazing Alex Jones, and I can't say like really anything about it yet, but I can say that I am playing one of the creepy villains, which I'm very excited for because it's gonna be really fun. I also have a movie called Even in Dreams coming out, which was written and directed by Savannah Ostler. I was an associate producer on that, and I also had a small part as a crowd member in it. So I'm excited to see that. It's a sequel to Twice Upon a Dream, so I think that'll be really fun. I also am doing some voiceover work with audiobooks with Cerebral Cinema. And I also am writing a series called Katie, Clyde, and the Chandelier Gang, which is like this fun, whimsical series that takes place in the 1940s. And these siblings solve mysteries in this hotel that their mom manages. So I've been writing that, and I play Katie, Clyde. And I have been doing that through Cerebral Cinema too. So it's really fun, and I'm very excited to see everything kind of come out in 2021 and see what else is in store.
Awesome. Well, can I just say thank you so much, Kayli, for taking the time to come onto my show. It's been such a pleasure having a chat with you. Everyone, whoever hasn't seen Kayli's work, definitely check out City of Salt. Support the amazing cast. Any last final thoughts or anything that you would like to say to people on the show?
Oh my gosh. Well, first, I would like to thank you so much for bringing me on here and having me on here. Yeah, I would say go check out City of Salt. Go watch Day Zero when it comes out. I thank everyone who is supporting me, and I love everyone.
Theo, I saw you yesterday go into the bathroom looking one way and coming out completely changed. Why do you care what people think?
It's not that simple.
Letting your spirit die is not good. And snuffing out your true self, it's toxic. Is it worth it?
She's saved me. Have you ever been saved before? I know we haven't known each other very long, but I trust you. You see me for me. This is Pamela. I'm gay, Dad. I always have been.
Around for Senate.
I'm not opposed to gay marriage or even abortion for that matter.
They absolutely cannot know that.
Trash like you belongs to those rehabilitation camps.
If you choose this path, you're dead to me. Do you understand me?
The DNA from Theo's hairbrush unfortunately matched the DNA we found on the hoodie at the scene.
Do you have any other questions for my client? Because unless you're going to arrest him or hold him as a suspect, I suggest you let him leave.
We're all broken, Brother Duran. Each and every one of us in this city of salt.